Hello stars, and welcome back to my channel, Stars in Harmony Oracle. Today we're going to be looking at what you're actively manifesting into your life. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you feel called to this is the right time, as long as you used your intuition and divine guidance when choosing this video. So for those of you watching in the future, there are timestamps down below. Otherwise, I will jump into a brief astrological overview. This reading is inspired by an unusually long Venus and Mars conjunction in Capricorn. Venus, the planet of love, pleasure, friendship, beauty, and attraction, meets up with Mars, the planet of drive, energy, force, defense, assertion, and action. This brings an ability to manifest your desires through the use of willpower. Venus and Mars will be using the energy of Capricorn to pursue their agenda. So Capricorn, a cardinal earth sign, which is attributed to achievement, success, authority, order, rules, regulations, practicality, productivity, and much more. This dynamic creates feelings of lust to go after whatever you've desired regarding the house Capricorn holds in your birth chart. And this will usually point to some form of material advancement. The lovers, Mars and Venus, will do this dance in the sky that lasts about 30 days, giving us an extra long boost of energy to put towards our desired manifestations. To sum up this astrological overview, so you're not only attracting what you want into your life, but you're also putting in the effort needed to see your manifestations come to fruition, which will be sustained for about a month, the energy, that is. This unusually long planetary alignment is a good time to attract amazing things into your life. So now that we have that out of the way, and thank you so much for sticking with me if you've made it this far, let's jump into our disclaimers and meditation. So like I said at the very beginning of this video, if you've already chosen a pile, there are timestamps down below. But if you'd like a moment to ground, meditate, and connect to the energy of this reading, I'll offer a brief meditation, followed by a presentation of the pile's objects. If you're drawn to more than one pile, that's perfectly fine. It just means there's multiple messages for you to hear in this video. So, if you're ready, let's take a moment for a few deep breaths to connect with your spiritual team, become fully present in your body and current surroundings, and we will jump right in. We have tree agate. In pile 2, we have rose quartz. In pile 3, we have tiger's eye. Hello pile 1, and welcome to your reading. You chose this beautiful tree agate. So this top card here is going to be showing us what you're currently trying to manifest. And then we might get into some oracle cards, and I also have these astro dice to hop into before we get into your tarot cards. And your tarot cards, for the most part, this is going to be showing us you. This will be showing us what challenges you. And this third card here will be showing us what is going to help you. And then we might get into some more oracle cards. But yeah, let's go ahead and hop into your reading, pile 1. So like I said, this first card here is going to be giving us a little bit of an overview of what you're manifesting, or let's just see what we get. Okay, I'll just slide it over here. So we have Chiron, healing. And if you're not aware of what Chiron is a figure in astrology. This is the Black Moon astrology deck that I'm using here, so it has, everything to do with astrology in this deck. And Chiron here isn't a planet, he's actually an asteroid, but a really significant one in astrology. He represents old wounds and what might be hurting you. He also represents the wounded healer. So Chiron is actually half horse and half man. And I said he was an asteroid earlier, but I think he's actually a comet, if I'm correct. Either way, he's not a planet, I know that. So from what I know of the story, he was wounded. I think he was shot in the ankle. And then after this tragic event for Chiron, he ends up pursuing the stage of the healer. And as far as I know with Chiron, I haven't read a lot about him, but the pain that he had to go through, he helps others heal. And he will always be wounded with that, but the perk is that he can help others heal through it. And I think that's really beautiful, and I think that's very key to what you're trying to manifest right now, is some sort of healing. And I think Spirit really wants to point out that, you may have gone through something tough and traumatic that you need healing from, but the perk is that you will be able to help others who have been through a similar situation get out of this feeling. And if you see here, the symbol for Chiron looks like a key, and that's why I think it's really important to mention that it feels like kind of the key to what you're trying to manifest. And like I said, this makes me feel like you're trying to manifest healing in some form. You just want to get out of some stuck feeling that you've been in. And I think the key to seeing that come to fruition, like I said, is through helping others heal in whatever situation you had gone through. Let's go ahead and roll some astro dice. Okay, so this is the first time I've used these on camera, so here we go. Let's see for pile 1. Let's see. Okay, so we have the moon in Leo. Okay. In the 3rd house. Okay, so to start with the moon in Leo, this makes me feel like you're trying to heal from some sort of very loud environments, and maybe you're trying to heal your public persona, and maybe you think that you have said some things that have hurt your public figure. Maybe you've said some things that people have looked down on. But that's only for very few of my pile 1s. I'm really seeing here for most of my pile 1s the loud and dramatic environment. And the reason I'm saying this is because Leo is a sign attributed to the lion, right? He's the sun, he is the star, and he likes to be lavish and follow his heart. And whenever you think of a lion, you kind of think of this kingly figure, right? I think of very royal colors and dramatic expressions and being very creative and people looking up to you. And I think that this happens a lot within your environment, is that people look up to you a lot. And I think maybe you're starting to see a lot of people look up to you, and maybe you're still struggling with how you communicate. Or maybe for some of my pile ones, you're trying to manifest something within your communications. You might be trying to get the courage to speak to other people about what you need to heal from. You might be trying to, because Leo is the sign of courage, and it seems like with the moon here, the moon is the feminine luminary, right? We have the moon and the sun, which is Leo's planet. So it's funny, we have both of the luminaries here, and then we have the third house. And the third house is a house of communication, interactions, our daily habits. It can be school, like not college, but elementary school. But yeah, stuff like that. Your day-to-day interactions, those small things, those small routine things that you do and interact with. It can also be short travels. But to get back to my point, I wanted to mention here that maybe you're trying to work up the courage to have communication with somebody in your life. And this could very well be regarding a relationship I'm seeing here with having both two luminaries, the sun and the moon, which represents the feminine and the masculine. Maybe you're having trouble speaking within a relationship and you're trying to manifest a way out of that. And it doesn't have to be romantic, whatever it means to you. You may be trying to manifest a way to talk about something with other people. Because like I had said in the beginning, I think the key here is being able to talk to other people about how you've hurt and the situations that you've been through. And maybe you aren't completely healed from it, but you bring other healing. You bring healing to other people through speaking about it. And I think it's really about building up the courage to do that. For some of my pile ones, I'm also seeing that you might be trying to manifest some kind of thing to help you with media, whether that's like a phone or a computer helping you like write your emails, and maybe it's like getting Photoshop or Word. I'm just seeing that for some of you guys. You might be trying to manifest better equipment in your life to help you do your day-to-day interactions. Maybe a car for some of my pile ones. I do see that. But let's go ahead and get some oracle cards here. Oh, I don't know. I just flipped this deck in half. Okay. But I feel like that has meaning. It says here, the right action. So take whatever that means for you. I'm going to draw some cards here for you. Trying to shuffle very lightly because these flowers might just blow away in the wind. I could also see for some of my pile ones, you may be trying to manifest, maybe not like a long distance travel, but a very short distance travel to kind of build up your pride again, and your like happiness and your enthusiasm for the world. You may be lacking in your travels right now, and that may be something that you need healing with. So maybe you'll be going on some kind of travel with someone who's in a similar issue. I could see that for some of my pile ones. Okay, let me give this one more shuffle. Okay. Let's see. What are my pile ones manifesting? I need to know what pile ones manifesting. Oh, okay. That was a lot of cards. But I kind of want to just take these three, is what I'm seeing here. So we have the first one here, gratitude, and it says, fill me with gratitude for all you give. May I be a vehicle for wherever I go. Yeah, how I was talking about, you might be trying to manifest going on a short trip with some friends or something so that you can replenish your feelings of gratitude. I see this hummingbird drinking out of this cup, and this feels like Mother Nature, and I don't know, I just feel like you're the hummingbird drinking out of the cup because you are trying to manifest a travel that makes you feel like that. Does that make sense? I don't know. This card made my heart really happy for you guys. You might be trying to go on a short hike or something like that, manifest some sort of travels I'm seeing for you guys, but not a long one. Just like a short day trip getaway, you know? And I feel like you're doing that with people who also need that right now, who also need to feel that Leo in them again, that lioness or lion, whatever. Feel that courage and enthusiasm for life again, and feel grateful for what you have again. Yeah. Okay, so I think we will go ahead and take all 4 cards because the Virgo in me wants this to all be even. So we're gonna have 2 on this side and 2 on this side. And funny that I said that, I pulled the card back out, and just like I was talking about earlier, building up the courage to go and do these things, maybe to go and do these things alone, but we have the card of courage here. So how funny. Yeah, you might be trying to manifest the courage to go and do these things alone, to ask somebody to go do it with you. If it's in like a certain relationship, I could see you trying to, like I said, build up the courage to go and do this independently, but with a community. Maybe like separating yourself from certain relationships, like if you have kids, or if you're very just codependent in the relationship that you are. I'm seeing that for my pile 1s. It says, let me be open to courageously take the steps that are shown. Yeah, that are shown. You guys definitely have known that you want to do this for a while now. And it seems like it may be like your manifestations are starting to show that they are likely to happen and they're coming in. But I think the key is building the courage to do it. And like I said earlier, the key is also doing it with people who need this in their lives as well. So we also have flow with the dolphin, and it says, allow me, divine, to move with the flow and respond with calmness and peace. Yeah, I think whenever you guys go and take this short travel or this trip, communicate what you need to, whatever it is for you, it's going to bring you guys back the gratitude in life and that flow in life. You might feel very stuck. I don't know if you can see down here, but this woman is grabbing Chiron's hair, and he doesn't look too happy about it. And I feel like you guys might feel like you're stuck in the grips of these wounds that you have. And really, Spirit's trying to tell you to make your manifestations to get out of this come to fruition. You just have to have the courage to say that it will. And then that's going to bring back your gratitude for life and your flow for life. And this will also help your manifestations come to fruition, is if you can allow yourself the courage to flow. Maybe you are so stuck in feeling stuck that it's hard for you to flow and hard for you to be grateful because maybe you've become a little stubborn. And that's just for some of my pile 1s. Sorry, I hit my nails on the table. Got all pumped up while I was talking. This last card here is your path. It says, Dear Lord, help me trust that there's a plan far beyond what I can see through my fears and illusions. Yes, fears and illusions, and having the courage to follow your path despite any fears or illusions, despite maybe some hurts and pains that happened to you in the past that's stopping you from going forward, communicating what you need to. You might feel like just giving up completely. Spirit's really telling my pile 1s here to not give up and that it's coming very soon. Your path, the steps are being shown. Yes. And then look at the bottom of the deck here, we have trust. He has a butterfly. It's just such a beautiful card. And it says, allow me, divine, to give you my deepest longings, trusting you to know exactly how to handle them. Yes, pile 1, your manifestations are coming. Just keep having the courage to follow your path. I think whatever is happening right now, I'm just getting this feeling it's happening to a lot of people. And you guys will help each other heal through this. Maybe not a lot of people. Maybe it's 3 people, like the 3rd house, or just like one friend of yours. But there's definitely going to be someone that's going to continue this with you. And you guys are both going to be able to heal from it. You just have to trust and don't give up and have the courage to keep following your path. Okay, so let's hop into our tarot cards here. So let's look at you. I kind of want to, okay, I hope this doesn't confuse you guys, but I just want to do this. I want to put the card for you in the middle here because it makes me feel a little better. Okay, so I'll tell you what these are again. This is going to be what challenges you. This will be you, like I just said. And this third card is going to be what will help you in terms to your manifestations. So let's go ahead and pop over you. The Queen of Swords. Okay, yeah, so the Queen of Swords, I think you're trying to communicate something to somebody that's very emotional to you for some of my pile ones. Like I had said in the beginning, how you may be trying to build up the courage to speak to somebody that you really look up to. I think Spirit's been showing you that this is the path and where you need to go. And once it's done, I think, you, like I said, you'll be in this flow and this gratitude that you took the steps to do it. But yeah, the Queen of Swords here. And the swords are all about our communication and our plans, our mental pursuits, right? All of those kinds of things. And the Queen is somebody who's very emotional and nurturing and likes to nurture these things. So nurturing her communication. And I think just like how there's Leo for the sun and we have the moon here, I think a lot of it is about nurturing both sides of a situation for some of my pile ones that's coming through. But most of all, you want to pursue this in the most honest way that you can. And it's just, yeah, really having the courage to just stand up for yourself and say what you need to say to get you there. If I said, like I said earlier, you might be trying to go on a travel. Really, maybe you just need to ask and really think it through to figure out how you can make this happen. Having the courage to ask somebody, hey, do you want to do this with me? Maybe they're needing the same exact thing. But let's see what challenges you, and I think I want to flip them over at the same time. What do you guys think? Let's do it. So, challenge, help. Okay? So, we have... For the challenge, we have the Four of Swords here, and he is caged in by all of these wolves, and I feel like that's you guys feeling trapped in this cage, and he has the swords of communication around him, and these big wolves, intimidating wolves, he looks scared, you know, looking at him and trapping him, and like this card said here, to see past your fears and illusions, right, pile one? You just need to see past what's challenging you is to see past them. You're just looking straight up into the sky whenever you need to be looking at the wolves so you can figure out a way out, right? Yeah. Okay, so pile one, I'm getting this feeling in this card that these wolves maybe aren't so ferocious, whatever that means for you. But I'm just seeing that maybe what you think is scary isn't actually as scary as you once thought after you get the courage to pursue it. So if this is about working up the courage to talk to a boss, maybe about a promotion or something, maybe it's not as scary as it looks. You just have to kind of do it first, you know? Really what's going to challenge you in doing this is by not saying anything, not making any plans, not doing the things that you need to do to make this happen. And I think you know exactly what this thing is. But yeah, it's time to, I could see that you've been resting on this for a long time. In fact, you may have forgotten about it for a while and it's just all coming back all of a sudden because of things that are going on in your environment. But yeah, I can see that it's just really time to get the courage to jump out of that, and that's how you're going to see your manifestations come to fruition. And like I was saying, what you may be actively manifesting is some kind of communication with somebody, maybe a short travel for some of my pile ones. And like I said towards the beginning, trying to manifest some sort of advancement for your media that makes you feel a little more proud. And that could be, I'm seeing like maybe artistically, yeah, like pens and pencils. It's very specific, I know. But I could really see that. Things to very much beautify your environment, creatively and artistically. Like what I feel like you're trying to pursue something right now, and you're trying to decorate your environment or your communications in the same manner. I said earlier how you're trying to balance these things out. I feel like you're trying to balance out how you're feeling so creatively loud right now, and showing that in the outside world to other people. Okay, so for what's helping you, we have the Two of Swords here. And I really just see this as, okay, so the Two of Swords, she has these two swords behind her back, and really what the Two of Swords is about making a decision, because you have these two options that are really weighing on you. The Two of Swords is a card of Libra, which is the scales, right? And this balancing act, like I had been saying. I think what's going to help you is making the decision to leave one sword behind and go for the next one in whatever way that means for you. And as for getting the courage to talk to somebody, it's really just about making the decision to do it before they make it for you. Because as I was saying earlier, we have these wolves here, and how this might be somebody that you think is scary but isn't as scary as you think once you confront them. I feel like they're also pursuing you, you know, and they may just, if you don't make the decision to do it and you're looking the other way, it may like hit you in the back, right? And I don't think that'll be bad for you, but yeah. And I really am seeing that, like, if the wolf were to be representing your manifestation, like, you're so close to getting it, he's so close to you, but like it's up to this final decision almost, you know? This one final thing. And then yeah, like you have one sword here afterwards, and then no more wolves, you're with a bull. But she looks so confident and happy. And that will be you after your manifestations come your way. Okay, let's go ahead and get one more, I'm not sure how many yet, but we're going to get some more oracle cards out of this deck, the Shaman's Oracle. I will have all the decks listed in the description in case I forgot to say what these are, which I'm sure I did. Let's see if we can shuffle without messing things up. I like to shuffle on camera, but sometimes it makes everything go haywire. Okay, let's see. One more shuffle here. From my pile of ones, final messages about what you're manifesting. Let's see. Okay, there's one. And then I kind of just want to get one more before we flip it over. Pile ones. Okay, definitely that one. Yes. Okay, so this first card here, we have Galactic Mushroom, the Divine Matrix. Like I was saying earlier about maybe trying to do something with a community, a small group of friends, or maybe a large group of friends, needing to heal with somebody, mushrooms have this pretty much galactic matrix going on, like or divine matrix, like this card says here. to where they all they can feel each other. They may look separate on the outside, but on the inside, they all feel the same things, and they can all communicate to each other through this. I hope I'm getting this right. If not, I'm going to feel really dumb. But if not, that's just the vibes that I'm getting for your reading and what's going on for you. We'll go ahead and read this out of the book. But yeah, I feel like this healing thing within a community or for other people, I feel like the right people are going to be attracted to you. And this is like something that you both need to heal. And for those of you that are trying to get the courage to speak up about something to somebody, I feel like it's saying this is, maybe they know that this is coming, right? And this is something that they also need and are also ready for. And then the second card here, we have the Father Gate, a bold step forward. Yes, guys, getting the courage to take that step forward. And then, like, look, once you go through this gate, that's where your manifestations lie. And feeling that flow for life again and that gratitude for life. I feel like underneath everything, like I said at the very beginning of this reading, overall, you're trying to manifest healing for yourself, and you're trying to figure out which way to go about this, but overall, that's what you want. You want that gratitude for life back, that flow for life back, and it's about having the courage to say, yes, this is what I'm getting for myself, and I know the steps to get there, and I'm going to take them, and I'm taking that bold step forward. Yes, guys. Okay, I'm going to read these out of the book for you. Let's see. So we have Galactic Mushroom. You might have been thinking and acting like you were the only one in the dream creating your life. The Galactic Mushroom arrives as a playful yet potent reminder that you need to get with your higher power. The universal laws are not for your benefit only. The law of attraction does not exist just to serve up your desired outcome. The matrix of consciousness, called Source, or God, Spirit, and many other names, is intricately woven into life. There is so much complexity that the human mind cannot comprehend all the moving parts. It's impossible to see beyond what you already know, just as the head of a mushroom is clearly visible above the soil, but not the living biome below. The thread-like mycelium of fungi form vast, intricate networks underground, connecting different life forms with one another in a kind of internet of the plant kingdom. Oh yeah, internet, that's interesting because I was saying some kind of media thing. It says here, imagine the divine matrix serving the same way, connecting the individual consciousness with that of the divine. The galactic mushroom reminds you that your dreams and desires are heard. This is a call for faith and trust. First manifest. Okay, sorry, I messed up there. This is a call for faith and trust. Whatever intention you hold consistently with hope and faith first manifests in the unseen realms. Whether or not you can see it working on your behalf, eventually you see the evidence play out in the serendipitous events that work in your favor seemingly outside of the law of cause and effect. Your most beautiful results are being birthed right now, not just for you, but for the highest good of all. Yeah, that's really good. Just super confirms everything we've been saying here. And about maybe you don't see how it is coming into your life or seeing the other aspects of it. And those wolves just staring and this guy just looking up, like we were saying earlier. And this Father Gate card here says, when the Father Gate card shows up, it is a clear call to lift your eyes to the horizon and begin to walk toward your future. You are marching in place right now, stirring the dust but not getting anywhere. Trust that your forward movement will lead you to a new destination you have already set for yourself, but perhaps forgotten or neglected because of your everyday busyness. The Father Gate... Oh wait, does it say... I've been saying Father Gate the whole time, guys. It says the Farther Gate. Maybe that's a sign for some of you guys. Maybe you guys are trying to build up the courage to talk to your father. I don't know. I'm going to try and say that right now, though. How embarrassing. Okay, it says, the Farther Gate comes to tell you that an ending is at hand, and that you can leave the old behind. Let it peel away like an old skin you shed. Do not hesitate. Cross the threshold boldly, and you will be rewarded. If you continue marking time instead of moving, you will miss the opportunity. The gate is open. The next landscape of your life is within reach, but the window of time to pass through it grows shorter. Do not dally. A gift of the farther gate is to bring you to the fullest expression of your gifts, perhaps for the first time. It is an invitation to a sacred passage, to new discovery, and both great challenges and opportunities. It is not a graduation. There are no rewards other than the exploration itself. You have been a farmer for too long, tilling the hard soil that now bears little fruit for you. Time to put on the explorer hat once again. Yeah, it's really beautiful readings. I'm just going to leave that there so you guys can, take whatever messages you need from that. But thank you so much for watching. I am beyond grateful to have you here today sharing your beautiful energy with me. If this reading has resonated with you, leave a comment down below letting me know. And please be sure to like, share, and subscribe, as it helps support this channel so I can keep providing content for you wonderful souls. I hope this reading has brought you peace and harmony. Keep shining your light and living your best life, my stars. I will see you next time. Hello, pile 2. You chose this rose quartz. And I just got a super loud ringing in my right ear. So whatever that means, it may be of significance for you. Okay, so this top card here is going to be showing us what you're manifesting, and then I'll probably draw some oracle cards. I'm going to roll these astro dice. The first time I'm using these, I'm pretty excited. And then we will get into the 3 cards down here, which we have this middle card here will be representing you. This card here is going to represent what's challenging you to get your manifestations to come to fruition. And this 3rd card here will be showing us what's going to help you. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump in. Let's see this first card here. See if I can pick it up like this. Okay, I guess not. So we have 10th house, the world. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm definitely seeing for my pile 2s, you may be trying to manifest a new job, a new career. So this deck that I'm using is the Black Moon Oracle deck, Black Moon Astrology. I don't know, I'll have them all listed down in the description below. But this is an astrology deck, so in case you aren't aware, the 10th house represents the highest part in your chart, so what would be the most visible, right? So it's going to be your public persona, how other people see you, your career, what you're aspiring towards, right? Yeah, so I'm definitely seeing for my pile 2s, you may be trying to manifest a new career for yourself. You may be trying to manifest a way to get towards what you're aspiring for. Definitely for some of my pile 2s, you may just be trying to manifest something about your public position, right? How the public pursues you or how other people see you. You want a change in status, right? You want a change in rank, and I think you're definitely trying to manifest that right now. Yeah, let's see what we get from our astro dice here. Okay, so we have Neptune in Aquarius. That's funny because, I have Neptune in Aquarius, but Neptune is a very slow moving planet. I'm not sure which years it would be in. I am 1999, but yeah, it would be for a while. So you may have Neptune in Aquarius if you're around my age. I'm not sure how long Neptune exactly stays in a sign, but I'm pretty sure it's over 10 years. Yeah, sorry. And then we have the 8th house here. Okay, so let's talk about all of these separately. But first, what I want to say before it slips my mind is you may be trying to develop a way to get rid of some kind of debts that you may have and owe to certain people, so that you can kind of pursue something in your own area. You may be trying to get away from a certain community, and there may be certain debts that you have to pay off to do that before you can get away from this, and that may just in fact be regarding your career in some way. But I see you really wanting to escape. Yeah, just escape right now. All of these kind of lead to detachment, and I'll explain. So Neptune is a planet of illusion, fantasy, imagination. It's hard to, you can't see Neptune, and Neptune's very elusive. I think that's the right word I want to use. But it's hard to grab a hold of something that's very like water, Neptune. You think of the water god. So yeah, something that's really hard to hold on to, and so that can also be something that escapes a lot. So you may be trying to figure out a way to escape a certain work situation right now. Aquarius really talks about, it's an air sign, so it's very communicative and realistic and very straight to the point. I do see Aquarius, a lot of people associate it with communities and your social life, and I do see that, but I also see it as being unique within that community, like what makes you stand out within that community. And that's why it can be associated with innovations a lot, right? Because it's having a certain community and being able to see outside of the box. But you can't really do that without being there. So I'm getting a message here that there's a lot of lessons for you that were to be learned in this community, so that you can innovate yourself out of it, if that makes sense. Yeah, and then so we have the 8th house here, which is actually a house of death. It's a house of debts. It's some people think it's the house of sex. I'm a traditional astrologer, so I usually don't associate it with that, but I also sorry guys, yeah, but I also see the correspondences with that, because it's something that's very deep, and it also kind of speaks to escaping, and I think that some people can do that through sex. That may be a message for some of you guys. Sorry, trying to keep this PG-13, I guess. Sorry about that. But yeah, I'm really just seeing you guys wanting to escape some sort of debts that you have within your public life and career. And I think you're trying to manifest a way out of escaping that. Also, it could be for some of my pile 2s, trying to escape like a certain, the way that people see you think is very fixed, like Aquarius, that's a fixed sign, and you feel like you can't change the way people perceive you, and I think you're trying to escape that. Yeah, you've been dreaming about it a lot and imagining it a lot. I definitely see that. Let's go ahead and jump into some of these oracle cards. Let me see. And these are, we're just going to get more of an idea of what you're trying to manifest into your life right now. Or whatever Spirit wants us to know, right? Okay, so we got one. We have Divine Source. It says, help me know that all my deepest needs will be met. Let me trust that you have a plan and the right actions will come. You are my source for all. Well, this is just confirmation for you guys that it is coming. Spirit sees you, Spirit, God, the universe, whatever you want to call it. He sees you, she sees you, whatever. Just trust and don't fret. It is coming. You're definitely going to get whatever swift escape you've been wanting very soon. Definitely seeing that. But let's get, I think I want to get like 4 of these. What else do we need to know about pile 2's manifestations? Oh, okay, so we have, how many do we have here? We have 4, it's too many. Okay, we're gonna keep shuffling, guys, I'm sorry. I think We're going to do this. Okay, let's see. What else is my pile 2 trying to manifest? Or what do we need to know? There we go. Okay. So we have non-duality. And it says here, let your authentic humanity shine forth while also bowing to the inner divine. You can become fluent in doing both. That's really interesting. This non-duality is giving me very Neptune energy, right? Not bowing down to anything and letting your true authenticity shine. And that definitely speaks to maybe trying to separate from a certain community or something like that, trying to break the duality of it and maybe bring it into one, to where you don't feel like you want to escape all the time, but just accepting maybe where you are and trusting that your needs will be met. Yeah, I think it's really saying that, you know how I was saying earlier, it's about seeing how you are unique within a community. I think it's really pointing to, it says, let your authentic humanity shine forth while also bowing to the inner divine. And I think it's saying, accept how you're unique and accept the way that the divine is making this play out for you, because the other people in your life right now are playing a very important role. Let's see what else we can get for my pile 2s. Oh. Okay, so I'm kind of getting the feeling, okay, never mind. I was gonna say maybe we should leave it at 2 and then Spirit spoke. So it says here, intuition. Each person's road to the inner Lord is extraordinary and personal. How liberating to listen inside and sense moment to moment what's needed. Yeah, like I was saying, how this may be exactly what's needed is for you to be in whatever situation you are right now. I think your manifestations to get out of it is coming to fruition, and it's about listening to your intuition about how to get there, because I think you wanting to escape so bad, it might be really blocking you from getting this manifestation to really come up, is because of the duality that you feel right now and the wanting to escape out of it. Yeah, it's about listening moment to moment. Just stay in the moment. Don't think about the future, because then you're thinking about escaping, essentially, right? Just really be present and trust that it's coming for you. Okay, and then we have here, yeah, like I just said, sorry, a whole bunch of these cards fell. Just getting this. Okay, so it says here, like I was just saying, trust that it's going to come for you. It says, allow me, divine, to give you my deepest longings, trusting you to know exactly how to handle them. This manifestation is coming for you, pile 2. You just have to trust and don't feel like it's a duality, more feel how the interconnectedness of it all is playing out in your favor. And sometimes it may feel like you're meant to be somewhere else, but I think whatever you're going through right now is leading up to some kind of opportunity for you guys to be able to get this manifestation of yours. Whether that is 10th house, like I said, I really do think for most of my pile 2s, it's within career. Really, I could see really wanting to be an entrepreneur and break out on your own and do your own thing. Could also be with Neptune, you know, things regarding spirituality and things that are very elusive to most people. Your things that use your imagination, maybe like very psychic things. Yeah. And then, so let's go ahead and jump into these cards here. I want to get a look at you right now. We have the Star in reverse. Wow, pile 2. So this just speaks so much to maybe how you've lost hope that this is going to come for you. And the world's just saying, don't lose hope just yet. You need to trust. If you guys pray, definitely I see praying really connecting you to the divine source and helping your manifestations a lot. Because we have 2 prayer hands here, and then these hands are open. It's like, okay, if you guys have a butterfly land on your hand for some reason, that is a call for you to trust the divine source and maybe, give a little prayer, give a little thank to the universe. But yeah, I think your intuition has been really telling you to get out of this feeling of this feeling of duality and to keep hope. He has these two cups or pitchers that he's pouring out of, and they're both water, and he's watering two different things. I think Spirit is saying here that this is helping you in whatever situation you're trying to escape from leave in the best terms, I want to say, for my pile twos. And it's going to be a balanced outcome. It's going to be good for all of you guys in the end. But for the most part, it's just asking you to not lose hope. You guys are feeling very, not monotone, but what's the word? Okay, I can't think of the word, but we're just going to move on because I can't believe I didn't mention the star card is literally ruled by Aquarius. So for some of my pile twos, you may also be trying to manifest something to do with technology and trying to like that be your career and trying to get into a career with that, something that's very innovative, maybe science or something. Yeah, okay, zoologist just came up. It's very specific, just for a couple of my pile twos, I'm sure. Yeah, let's go ahead and move into your challenge to your manifestations. And we have the Two of Swords here. Yeah, and this just goes to speak again to the feeling of duality, and that's like Spirit behind you. I feel like he's looking at one point in your back, but you've got these two swords, and you're just you feel very detached from wherever you are right now. You want to escape, like I've been saying. You want to get a whole new, you have aspirations that aren't fitting up with what you're doing now, but I think really you only feel that way, and that Spirit's asking you to trust that this is meant to be. And once you end up hitting that point where that opportunity comes and takes you away, it's going to make you like step back a bit and be like, oh, well, I wish I would have trusted a lot harder. And that yeah, let's go ahead and move into this card here, which is going to be what's going to help you reach these manifestations. So we have the King of Pentacles here. Okay, so for my pile twos, you guys might just have a counterpart come in and like a partnership, like a business partnership, if it's for your career pile twos. I definitely see a business opportunity for you, some kind of partnership with somebody, but for the most part, I'm seeing your consistency and your practicality is really what's going to get you there. Yeah, you guys are very consistent and realistic, and you guys have like a step-by-step plan. You try and not break it. You follow it to a T no matter what, and it's going to, I think, gain you guys little helpers along the way to help you see your manifestation come to fruition. But you have to stay consistent and trust, and definitely use your intuition. And the only thing that's keeping you from this is like the feeling of being not like there, if you can try and keep the hope that you will have that one day, then you'll get to this King of Pentacles, right? But what's keeping you away from that right now is your feeling of duality. You feeling like, oh, maybe I can't get this, I'll never have this. I just maybe getting like angry and resentful because you want to escape the situation you have right now. And I think it's very important for my pile twos to find peace and love that's in the now. Yeah. Find things that are going to make you happy in the now instead of constantly looking and projecting yourself somewhere else in the future. Enjoy what there is now, because I think you guys have like everything you need right now to be completely happy. But this feeling of being dual, like you'll never be happy, might be keeping you from exactly that and manifesting what you want. Okay, so let's go ahead and move into these cards here. I have all of the cards linked in the description below. Let's see what we can get here for my pile twos. More about what you're trying to manifest. Yeah, guys, just don't lose hope that it's not going to come for you, or that maybe like you aren't good enough to have this. I feel like maybe you've had a lot of blocks in getting to what you want, and so it's made you lose hope and kind of pour out. Maybe you guys have had 2 opportunities, I want to say, or like 2 good things in your life, and now you're just starting to not see the good in any of them. But like throwing your wish away, the star upright can represent like your wishes coming true, and I just see you guys maybe giving your hopes away. But let's see. Just stay consistent and trust that it's coming for you. Spirit really wants me to mention that, and just to make sure you stay on track towards your goals. It's going to get you there. Okay, let's see for my pile twos. Okay, so we have hollow bone, teachability. Yeah, like I was saying earlier for my pile twos, when this King of Pentacles came out, definitely somebody may be coming in to help teach you how to get to this goal of yours and something that you want to manifest. And I think there's certain things that you need to learn within the career that you're in now, if that is you. If that's your case, or whatever situation it may be, the situation you're in has very important lessons for you to learn, but you need to trust that you'll get to where you're trying to go by using your intuition to see the lessons that are there. And I think you feeling so far apart and disconnected from what's there is really keeping you from reaching those goals, because really, I think Spirit's trying to say, you're already there, you just may not see it. You have everything that you need to get there, and your consistency has been reliable for you along the way and helped you so much, more than you know. You don't give yourself, like, pat yourself on the back, pile two. You guys work really hard, I can see that. You guys aren't so far apart than you think. Okay, let's see. Pile twos. Oh, that was a lot. Okay, so my eyeball was on this one, so only this one landed upright like that. One sec, I'm gonna grab this other card that fell. Okay, I don't know where it went, so maybe it'll just be a surprise card for me later. We have here, First Breath, Beginner's Mind. Wow, really pretty card. She has like, okay, so how she has the planets here. I feel like this is almost the fates, and like how this is actually like meant for you, but you're still definitely just beginning in it. Or maybe you still, yeah, teachability. You still have a lot to learn before you can get there, I think. Definitely why your consistency is coming up, because there's still a lot of steps you need to take to get there. And I'm not saying that this is going to take forever, but I think it's about enjoying the process of getting there, not being so consumed with the all this that is going to get you in the end. The glitz and the glamour and the big ass pile of gold that he has. I think it's saying that this is destined for you, and you're just supposed to really enjoy the process. That's coming in very strongly for my pile twos. So don't lose hope because you're not at the end. You know, quit trying to escape what's happening in the now. Like I had been saying, that everything you need is in the now, and that's because you are still beginning this process, and you do need to keep beginner's mind and be teachable and not just look towards the end, so that you can really listen to the lessons that are in the now, right? Because that's going to help you get to this, you know? Let's go ahead. I want to read these ones out of the book for you. Okay, so First Breath, Beginner's Mind. And it says here, when the first breath card shows up for you, it's time to leave the old stories and tales behind. You have arrived. Take a deep breath and another. There is nothing else you need to do but take in the new world that is revealing itself around you. Trust your natural curiosity. So before I start reading, I want to say, like how I've been saying that this may be the beginning, you still have a lot to learn. It's just really confirming that, you know? It says there's nothing else you need to do but take in the new world that is revealing itself around you. You're already in whatever it is that you've been manifesting. This is it. Just take the baby steps that it takes to get to whatever. I think you guys have really big imagination for where you want to be. And yeah, like I've been saying, it's just about trusting that you'll get there and enjoying the process because you're already in it. Pile 2. There's no need to dwell on how difficult the journey has been or how tight the passage to get to where you are now. Just take it all in and experience the awe and wonder of your arrival at this destination. Even if it is a familiar place you have come to many times before, try to experience it as if it's for the first time, for you are renewed and the old you is no longer your concern. Practice the beginner's mind, not labeling or naming what you see and experience. That situation that was so difficult only a few days ago. Just be with it and breathe. You have already gone beyond it, have overcome and resolved it, even if no one else realizes this yet. Soon enough, they will, as you move on. Do not squander the power of first breath, giving the old narrative mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. Use it for new beginnings to animate a world you can play and create in. Do not underestimate the power of your breath and the magic of the world. It's really beautiful. You take whatever messages are meant for you in that. Let's read this one here. It's Teachability, Hollow Bone. Okay, and it says here, the hollowing bone of an eagle is a flute for shamans. The appearance of the hollow bone invites you to become empty of your notions of who you are, to check your ego at the door, and to know that this is not about you. Relinquish your need to be right and to express an opinion, as this will not change anything right now. You are being called to practice humility. Hollow yourself out and hear the winds blow through you and play you like a flute. You will learn the language of the squall and the storm and understand the message in the summer breeze. There is an important communication waiting for you. Humility is the swiftest path for you to become like the hollow bone. Drop all notions and titles that bolster your ego. Eliminate the doer and allow things to happen of their own accord. Remember that you can accomplish almost anything. I am so tongue-tied right now. I'm so sorry, File 2. It says, remember that you can accomplish most anything if you are willing to let someone else take credit for it. Hollow Bone has come to caution you to believe only 50% of what others think and only 10% of what you think. Trust your experience, not what you have read in sacred books or holy texts. This will allow you to turn apparent danger into opportunity. Remember that you are an insignificant grain of sand in the grand scheme of life, and as important as the brightest sun. Yeah, Pile 2. Really beautiful and touching message. Just keep going. Those, small steps that you have to go, you're already in it. Enjoy being the beginner and enjoy the experience and trust that your manifestations will come to fruition because they're already here and they'll just keep growing and growing like a beautiful flower. So thank you so much for watching. I am beyond grateful to have you here today, sharing your beautiful energy with me. If this reading has resonated with you, leave a comment down below letting me know, and please be sure to like, share, and subscribe as it helps support this channel so I can keep providing content for you wonderful souls. I hope this reading has brought you peace and harmony. Keep shining your light and living your best life, my stars. I will see you next time. Hello, Pile 3, and welcome to your reading. You chose this tiger's eye. Just here. So this top card here is going to be showing us a little bit about your manifestation, and then I'll be drawing a few oracle cards and also rolling these astro dice, which this is my first video using them in, so that'll be fun. And then these three bottom cards that we have here, this middle one is going to be representing you. This first one here is going to be representing the challenges that may get in your way when trying to bring your manifestations to fruition. And this third card here is going to be what will help you in doing that. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump in. Let's see this first card here, if I can get it. Nope. I haven't been able to do that on any of the piles. So we have Mercury retrograde, reinvention. So I feel like you guys are kind of wanting a do-over in some sort of situation. Mercury retrograde, it happens quite often, 3 times a year, but a retrograde is whenever a planet, it goes backwards in the sky, essentially. It's not really going backwards, it's more of an optical illusion for us. But they're associated with reinvention, reevaluation, pretty much redos, or going back to things from the past to revise them. So I feel like you guys are trying to manifest some kind of redo in your life, is what I'm really seeing. Maybe you guys want to go over some plans in the past that didn't work out so well, and you guys might feel like you're kind of in this loop until you get it right, and you're just trying to manifest the right answer to the equation in your life you're trying to solve. But I really see that you're just trying to reinvent yourself, not only, but reinvent maybe your plans as well. I could see that maybe you guys are just really going on a completely reinvention of the self, completely doing new things that people hadn't expected because maybe you felt like you were going in this loop. And that's just for some of my pile 3s. Have I been calling you pile 3? I hope so. But yeah, let's get some more on this Mercury retrograde. Oops, sorry. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and keep that. It was the second house, which handles your resources, finances, things that you own. It's the second house from the ascendant, so it's the closest thing to that. So I also like to look at it as kind of your skills. You guys might be revising some skills and trying to really perfect a skill set that you have, and you feel like you can't go forward until you get that completely right. For some of my pile 3s, you guys want a redo in some sort of communication that you've done in the past. You guys want to be able to say, maybe make amends for very few of my pile 3s I'm seeing, but mainly just redo some sort of conversation. But let's get these other two. So we have the second house, Scorpio, okay, and Saturn. So these are both very kind of heavy energies. So Scorpio can really represent intensity and the depths of things. Some people like to say the secrets inside of things, but things that kind of need to be, I like to think of it as the Tower card. Things that are so deep and things that are stirred up inside that eventually they kind of shake up and transform through that, but doesn't come without like a Tower moment. So that could be significant. You guys may have had a Tower moment in your life, and that's why you're trying to redo whatever this is for you. For some of my pile 3s, this will be regarding your finances. Maybe you guys made a decision that put you in a restricting financial situation, and you're trying to redo that, balance your books. I'm seeing for some of my pile 3s. And then Saturn here, he is a planet of hard work. He can be a planet of limitations, really things that kind of, he rules the opposition, right? Which is an aspect. If you don't know what that is, essentially it means being separated completely, the duality of things. And Saturn kind of represents being separate of, kind of being the outcast. So I see it as having views that aren't kind of accepted by the mainstream. So I'm definitely seeing that might play a role in your manifestations for some of my pile threes. But really, yeah, for a lot of my pile threes, you guys might have been in a stuck situation within your resources, and you're trying to manifest a redo on it somehow. And I think if you haven't had like some sort of huge shakeup in your resources to get you to this point, then I think that shakeup that you're looking for is coming very soon for my pile threes. Ooh, yeah, a lot of my pile threes might be, okay, so not a lot. So maybe one of my pile threes might be doing some plumbing in your house. But a lot of my pile threes will be doing some possibly redecorating in your house, things, areas in your house that kind of have felt dark and stagnant and draining of your energy. I think you guys are like reinventing, reimagining, rearranging around your house. I see that very strongly. Let's go ahead and move into some of these oracle cards. I will have them all linked down in the description below in case you are interested. Shuffling a little bit. My pile threes. Okay. Let's see about my pile threes manifestations. Whatever we need to know regarding your manifestations. And like I was saying, how you may be rearranging stuff in your house, that may be something that you're trying to manifest. Is the ability to do that, some sort of financial opportunities to where you guys can start pursuing that and yeah, get out of whatever stuck feeling you've been in. You're trying to manifest a new way to interact with your environment, I'm really seeing, but maybe you're held back financially. Let's see, my pile threes, their manifestations. Okay, so we have surrender, and it says here, sometimes learning to surrender can feel as if you're dying. The ego learns what's hardest, to stop trying to control the whole universe. I think this really speaks to, for my pile threes, how I was saying you may feel very stagnant and stuck and dark in certain surroundings and environments. You may be trying to control your surroundings a little too much, and it's asking you to surrender to what's in your environments and maybe kind of find the beauty in what's already there. And then I think that you'll see your manifestations start to come a little bit faster because you're already appreciating what you have, and so any extra icing on the cake is just that, extra icing on the cake, and it's delicious. That's in another oracle card I had from last week, and I thought it was really cute. It was like a little cupcake. But anyways, you might, like I said, you might be manifesting kind of like new surroundings, new resources, new like what you own. You want it to be completely changed in some way. You want it to be transformed. But I think you guys might have this very melancholic view on it. Maybe it might make you a little depressed whenever Spirit's asking you to surrender. And really, like, I don't know if this is a person, but it looks here to me that this person is like looking at this eagle, and I think it's, yeah, speaking to that, seeing the beauty in what's already there, surrendering to what you can't control at the moment. Don't let it stress you out too much, you know? Let's see. pause for my pile 3s. Oop. Okay. There's too many, but we have a couple upright, so we're going to take those. And then I'm going to put the ones that went face down back. So this first one we have here was signs. Instincts are the message from the inner divine. So you guys may be asking for signs, trying to manifest signs that whatever it is that you're hoping for is going to come your way. And I think the more you stop revisiting these old mental patterns about what you have and surrendering to the cycle that's opening up, you'll start to see these signs, if that makes sense. It's asking you, I feel like your instincts are telling you to appreciate what you have in the moment and to move forward rather than trying to reinvent what you have. I think Spirit is really telling you, to just surrender that maybe you can't change things right now, or maybe it's asking you to surrender because there are still more things for you to discover in whatever environment that you're in now. So we also have here sacrifice, and it says sometimes surrender, that's funny, we have surrender here as well. Sometimes surrender is painful. God's cutting away all that needs to go. Illusions, obsessions, addictions. It's a sacrifice to love. Yeah, like I said, you guys need to see the beauty in what you guys already have right now. I'm sorry, I know this is like a dark message, but I think once you guys do that, your manifestations are going to come, because then you'll see the beauty in what's there and you won't be so obsessed and addicted to changing what you have. Changing the realities of what's you think limits you, but it's not limiting you. I think there's more signs for you to see in these environments. Let's see. Let's get one more card. Oh, okay. We got one more. We have energetic clearing. Oh, wow. Okay, it says, during crisis, the Holy One herself may be emptying you of fear and attachments, preparing you to receive her luminous plan. Yeah, like I said, you guys have to detach yourself from these fear and attachments of being stuck and whatever feelings you guys are having about the environments that you're in, that is the fear. Those are the attachments, and it's asking you to surrender. Sacrifice for love, and sacrifice your limited perspective so that you can see the signs that are still waiting for you to open up like a beautiful flower. Yes, exactly, like a beautiful flower. I'm going to read this one for you guys again. It says, during crisis, the Holy One herself may be emptying you of fear and attachments, preparing you to receive her luminous plan. Your manifestations are coming in, but first you need to release what keeps you stuck and the fears of not being able to get past wherever you are. Just enjoy where you are in the moment. Definitely. Yes, on the bottom of the deck we have outrageous openness. The universe is asking you to be open to what's already there. Another flower blooming up. Yes. Let's go ahead and move on to our cards here. So like I said, this middle one is going to be showing us you. Let's go ahead and flip it over. So we have the Eight of Swords, and he's blindfolded. He has these swords trapping him. There's a fire behind him, and he has this bull. So this makes me feel like the bull is his stubbornness. I feel like he isn't really wanting to take off the blindfolds, and I think it's really speaking to here of you guys feeling trapped, but it's really only because of your own stubbornness. You guys just feel so chaotic on the inside, and your mind is going 1,000 miles an hour telling you all these negative thoughts, and that's just you can't manifest from this place. And I think that you guys will get out of it soon. You just have to sacrifice and surrender. And then your energy will be clear. And the signs that you want will start to come. Just stop. I feel like you guys, this fear is just really hitting you. Fear of not having more. Fear of not having enough. Fear of not being able to transform in the ways that you want to and reinvent yourself in the way that you want to. And that's really, I think, what's holding you guys back right now. But he has the sun on both of his hands here. I don't know if you guys can see that. He has the sun symbol on both of his hands. So I think Spirit's saying you are pursuing your like divine plan. This is what you're supposed to do, and that's why you need to drop the fear, because this is meant for you, and it'll all line up once you stop fearing not having what it is that you want. Let's go ahead and see what your challenges are. Yes, look, the Ace of Swords in reverse, and this just goes really well with this card of you. And what's challenging you are these mental thoughts, these, like the Ace of Swords upright, I would think, oh, nice, you have like really inspiring thoughts, you have a plan that you want to go to, you're mentally inspired, there's some communication that you want to get to. And upside down, I'm just really seeing the aspect of it weighing you down so much, and you guys telling yourself bad things in your head. And what's going to challenge you and making this happen is thinking that you aren't capable of doing it, that like your interactions and transactions aren't enough to get you where you want to be, and so it's keeping you stuck in where you are right now. And that's going to really challenge you, is if you tell yourself all of these negative thoughts that you can't get farther and you can't do this, you can't do that. You're the one stopping yourself by not opening yourself up to the love that's already there. You guys are hurting yourself really bad by telling yourself all of these bad thoughts. And I can just, this message, all of this is so heavy, yet it all looks so promising and beautiful. And I think Spirit's just telling you, stop being so hard on yourself, man. You got this, for real. This is meant for you. This is where you're supposed to go. Yet you're in this feeling of wanting to just throw your stuff on the ground and give up and quit. I don't think you should. I think you guys are wanting to like escape to and like a different mindset. You guys are really needing that, at least. Once you guys surrender, you're going to get the signs that you need. But let's see what's going to help you in reaching your manifestations. Because originally, like I said, I think you're trying to manifest a rework in your environment and your surroundings, maybe trying to redecorate. But I'm also really seeing, now that we've gotten farther into this, what you're truly manifesting, I think, by being so scared that these things won't happen to you, what you're truly manifesting under this is a new mindset for yourself. Like this says here, during crisis, the Holy One herself may be emptying you of fear and attachments, preparing you to receive her luminous plan. I think you guys are going to have a whole new mindset and be able to see new signs, right? Being able to perceive new things. Let's move on to this card. What's going to help you? The Ten of Wands. Okay, so he has all of his wands stacked up, and he's trying to go forward. Looks like he can't really see where he's going. Also, it kind of looks like he dropped a few wands on the way. Might be being a little reckless. But the Ten of Wands speaks to feeling a little stressed out by all of the wands, which is like, and I see it as like your creative passions, right? What you're trying to create. It would be like you have so many things that you're trying to create that it's becoming a burden and becoming a little messy to where you're dropping some stuff. But this is the card for how it's going to help you. And I think that Spirit is saying here, how it's going to help you is if you carry along and not blindfolding yourself from your fears and mental anguish, but rather just going along and not being blindfolded, but being just so in awe with life around you that you forget everything else and you forget your fears because you have all of these huge creative ideas that you have for yourself. I think this is also telling my pile threes. What's going to help you is maybe finishing that last redo, because this is a 10 and then it goes to a 1. I think you guys are going to re-innovate the way that you did something, and that's going to push you forward in whatever this is. But mainly what's going to help you in reaching your manifestation is not trapping yourself in mental fears and going along with whatever creative passion comes away, even if it's a little messy, right? But not, even if you drop some of them, not giving up and beating yourself up for that, right? Just going along with what Spirit has for you. And it may be hard, it may be rough, but like it said, it's emptying you of fear and attachments and preparing you for a luminous plan. Let's go ahead and get some of these oracle cards. Okay, pile 3. What's going on with my pile 3's manifestations? What does pile 3 need to know? Just whatever messages need to come through for my pile 3's right now. Okay, we're going to take this one, and it says Woodwives, adaptability. So this just makes me think of like being a, what's it called? Like a craftsman, a woodworker. And how I was saying earlier, you might be wanting to change up your environments. I think you're going to soon have to be adapting to new environments, and that these manifestations are going to come soon for you. But it's about adapting to, yeah, like trees grow really slowly, right? And I'm not saying that your manifestation is going to come in slowly, but I think it's about slowly adapt. Like, it can't just be a quick switch. You can't do that. There's always going to be fears about not having it quick enough. And it's about adapting slowly and accepting it as it comes. Let's get one more for you, my pile 3's. Oh, okay. We have benefactor, grace and generosity. Yes, I think once you guys let go of these fears, there's going to be a benefactor that comes into your life and helps you do this and helps you get to that kingly feeling. Yes, I think this is just a message for my pile 3's that help is coming on the way. First, you must rid yourself of your fears of it not coming. And yes, okay, let's go ahead and read these ones from the book. Okay. The Woodwives, adaptability. The Woodwives dance into your dreams as a reminder to be grounded no matter what life offers you. You need to know who you are, what you'll tolerate, what you've learned to date, and what boundaries to set so you feel good about yourself. Life is going to offer you something extraordinary now. Ooh. And in order to learn and receive its blessings, you must remember that being grounded gives you more freedom, not less. You have everything you need. You have all it takes to do this right now. If you also keep reminding yourself to be flexible, you will be amazed by how well things play out for you. The Woodwives are both wisdom keepers and students of the new world, as these forest spirits have an uncanny ability to adapt to changing circumstances and always find the perfect way to grow and expand. They represent what you already know how to do. Learn, be in beginner's mind, let go of your rigid notions of how things should be, and present to what is right now, unencumbered by your projections. Is there a storm brewing because things need to change? No worries. Nothing can uproot you now, and it will pass, and you will dance with nature and move with it all. Perhaps you're being given an opportunity to take a chance on something new, and you're not sure how far you can go without losing your footing. Have no fear, for when you remember your roots, your integrity, your authentic self, you can stretch yourself beyond the invisible line that you drew. Go for it. You will be so glad you did. Yes, this is just confirming about how you will be getting it soon, but you'll have to adapt slowly past the limitations that you've perceived for yourself. You have to let go and let it flow. Let's go ahead and read this one. And we have Benefactor, Grace and Generosity. This is such a cute card. I love this. Okay. When the benefactor weaves her energy into your life, you're put on notice that all manner of positive reinforcement is coming your way. The universe wants to let you know that just as you've been generous with others, serving with your gifts even in the smallest capacity, so will you be rewarded in a myriad of ways. The most beautiful gift the benefactor gives you is the recognition that you are stewarding and sharing abundance on behalf of a higher source, one that is always working through you. The motives for her generosity to you, as well as yours to others, are intangible, although you will see the results reflected in the material world. The benefactor reminds you that it's in the purity of your desire to share without the need for reciprocity that paradoxically, your initial okay, now that got me all tongue-tied. That paradoxically, your initial generosity is reciprocated tenfold. Say that 10 times fast. Reciprocated tenfold, seemingly without any connection to the original act. Dream sharing and caring into being, and you will be amazed to see this vibrant seed take root and spread. Do it just because, and the benefactor will give you her blessing. I'm just going to let you guys take the messages that you will from that. Really beautiful reading, guys. Try and not hold yourself back from the fears that you can't do it, from the fears that you don't have enough yet. Things are coming for you, but this whole energy needs to be cleared first. And I see that you guys are really dedicated to seeing this through, and that's why it's going to happen for my pile 3s. Okay? So thank you so much for watching. I am beyond grateful to have you here today, sharing your beautiful energy with me. If this reading has resonated with you, leave a comment down below letting me know. And please be sure to like, share, and subscribe, as it helps support this channel so I can keep providing content for you wonderful souls. I hope this reading has brought you peace and harmony. Keep shining your light and living your best life, my stars. I will see you next time.